My food stamps.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm on my way to 7K. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about no more free food. So if you haven't known, the government has cut off food stamps. So people that are not getting the food stamp from the government at this point. A lot of people are coming on TikTok to complain because single mothers, others are disabled, these people are not getting all these things. So I'll put the videos together so that we watch. I'll be back to share
My food stamps went from 4,400 in food stamps every month to $38. What am I supposed to get with $38 with 6 kids? How the hell am I supposed to support my kids on $38 in food stamps? Not to mention our disability checks on hold. Our Section 8, my rent isn't getting paid tomorrow. So I have to come up with $1,100. Okay? I am allergic to work. I can't work. I refuse to work. The whole reason I had kids was the amount of government benefits that you get for one child. And now, with the dependent age being 7 and younger, none of my kids are dependents now. None of them, because they're all older than 7. So how am I supposed to live? How do I feed my kids on $38? This is not okay. Not okay.
So my thoughts about them cutting food stamps. So I feel like, and I'm just going to say it, the USA are basically some bullies because at the end of the day, these food prices for anything are around $5 to $6. And if you are a person that was used to relying on food stamps, you're going to have a harsh reality that food is expensive, especially when you have like 4 or 5 kids. One child, okay, myself, like I don't have any children, it's just myself. I buy food or whatever. But I'm just saying, for people that have like 5 and 6 kids, your bill is looking like $700. And who really got $700 to spend on food when this whole entire time the only way you were getting your food supply was through food stamps? So God bless anybody out there, but I just feel like this world, especially the U.S.
Food stamps going away is crazy, bro. Like that's gonna affect and impact millions of people. Like on this one big beautiful act, I think that's what it's called. Like a lot of people are highlighting the no tax on tips and overtime, but when you looking and reading into that, them SNAP benefits, like it's kind of scary. Because all my life I've known people on food stamps. Not saying that the people I know have been on it my whole life, but like I've never not known someone not on it. And people going back and forth saying that a lot of the people that's on them be selling them and they finesse them and whatever the case may be, it's a million variables. But I know some people that do sell them use that money to pay their bill. And then I know people on the other side that do sell them just to be getting over and, taking advantage of the system. Either way, man, it boils down to what I'm always saying. Like no matter what situation you in, we in a time now, you gotta like really lock in on your finances. Like do better with your money, be better with your money, make as much as you can, stack as much as you can, invest as much as you can. And if you're a person that may be impacted by this, because they haven't been, the House has passed it, but it still gotta go through Senate. If this is something that's gonna affect you, don't wait till it goes to Senate or they make a decision. You need to be brainstorming and masterminding now on how you're going to replace that and increase your income somewhere else, if you are able-bodied and have the means to do so. If you got the internet, man, it's a million resources on how to make more money. Like just type it in Google, YouTube, TikTok, whatever you can, and just be willing to do what you got to do. And even if it don't affect you, you still need to be tightening up and locking in on your money, bro.
Let me just say this loud and clear. I will never make fun of anyone on food stamps. These programs feed families, they feed children, and I'm not going to sit here and act brand new like I haven't been there myself. I'm grateful for government assistance that helps people through hard times. But here's the truth. The Liberal Party is fear-mongering again, convincing people, especially struggling mothers, that Trump is cutting food stamps altogether. And that is a lie. Trump is not cutting the food stamp program. He's making policy changes. And yes, one of them is that if your child is over 7, you will still have to work to continue receiving benefits that might feel unfair, but change is inevitable. We can't keep normalizing generational dependence on government. And I say this with love, guys. You cannot keep having babies you can't feed and expect the government to carry the weight forever. That's not empowerment. That's bondage. Women, we are the gatekeepers of our fertility. It's time to be more intentional, more aware, and more responsible. This isn't judgment. This is truth. But let me also say this to the people sitting on their high horses, looking down and judging these women. Shame on you. It's not weak to ask for help when you're doing your best to raise your children. It's not shameful to need support, and especially in a broken economy. In America, we don't let babies or children go to bed hungry. We feed our families. We give grace. We tell the truth. And we hold each other accountable without tearing each other down. God bless the mothers. God bless the working families. And God bless our country.
It looks like that the Trump administration is cracking down the usage of food stamps, and it looks like it's getting a lot stricter. So the changes that I did heard when it comes to being eligible for food stamps is that if you are an able-bodied individual, there's nothing seriously wrong with you. You are able to get a job. That is actually one of the major requirements you must have in order to be eligible to be on food stamps. So that's one of the things that the government actually are cracking down. So if there's nothing seriously wrong with you, you're not disabled or anything like that, you can get a job, you just one of those that don't want to work, you just depend on the government to take care of you, your benefits of getting food stamps will get eventually cut off because now it's required you have to have a job. This other change that really was shocking, it's kind of good but kind of bad at the same time, but it was also said that when it comes to using your food stamps, it's not going to work for junk food or sugary drinks. So if you're one of the ones that like to buy a bunch of snacks for your kids, like cookies, chips, candy, and soda, Sprite Zero, whatever. If you're one of those that buys a lot of junk food stamps, it's not going to work for that. So sugary drinks and junk food is not going to work with your food stamp card. So that part is really shocking for me. And the reason why I say that because food itself is already high. And you want people to eat healthy and make better decisions when it comes to their health. But how about telling these corporations to drop down their prices to make healthier food more affordable? Because even a lot of people do eat out and spend less money when it comes to eating out, especially when it comes to their kids, than spending money on trying to eat healthy. A lot of times eating healthy is actually very expensive. So if you want people to eat healthy that's on food stamps, drop those prices down. But that's the one thing that is shocking to me when I saw that you can't buy sugary drinks, sodas and junk food with your food stamps. You cannot do that anymore. So that's one of the changes that actually was shocking for me. Now, being on government assistance is supposed to be temporarily, but a lot of people are abusing that. So it's kind of good that they're actually cracking down doing that, because leave government assistance for the people that really needs it, like the people that's disabled. I'm talking about the ones who cannot work, they cannot get around, they need the actual help. The ones that's actually on poverty level, they didn't have no choice. You don't know what was going on with them. So that's why I believe the people that's in that type of situation that should be on government assistance. But everybody else that just want to be lazy, want somebody to take care of them, want somebody to fund their lifestyle by staying on government assistance, that right there needs to stop. So, but government assistance is supposed to be temporary to help you get you back on your feet. I know a lot of people on here are mad about that, but it is what it is. I'm actually glad seeing this happen. That's lets people know it's time for you to get off your tail and go find a job. Now, this other change that's already illegal as it is, but some people do it anyway just to get as a side hustle. You know, a lot of people sometimes just get on food stamps just to sell their food stamps. So what they're also doing is cracking down individuals actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, you know, they can cut you off from that too. And, you know, some people do get arrested for that, you know, something like that, which is actually illegal anyway. So, you know, you got the person that actually got the groceries, but then also somebody made money off of it. So that's another change I did find out. What they're actually doing is cracking down people that's actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, you can seriously get in trouble for that, and you will get your benefits cut off from that. So you're able-bodied individual that's able to get a job, that's the only time you're eligible to even get food stamps. You cannot use your food stamps to buy sugary drinks or junk food. It has to be something healthy wise, so that way you can make better health decisions with your lifestyle. And also, if you get caught selling food stamps, they will take that away from you as well. So I mean, I don't know what you guys think about these changes. So I know it's been saying this for a while, and a lot of people upset about it, but hey, it is what it is. So maybe something good come out of it. But leave a comment in the description and let me know how you guys think. So, you know, I said what I said. This is my opinion, but nothing we can do. So this is their decision. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about the changes for food stamps.
So I just watched something on TikTok. Actually, I seen a couple of things on TikTok today on this Sunday. People are talking about one of the laws that Trump is changing is taking people's food stamps or cutting people's food stamps down. Now, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I feel is going to happen. This is not facts. This is just my opinion. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if him taking food stamps is just a rumor, facts, or just someone's opinion, because people could say anything to get a trend started. So this is my opinion on the whole Trump taking or cutting food stamps or making people who get food stamps to go back to work, because it's not only women that get food stamps. Some guys actually get food stamps as well. Able bodies that's able to work. So with the immigration thing going on and the mass deportation thing going on, the goal is to get the criminals out of our country. But if you're talking about cutting food stamps, taking food stamps, or making people go back to work in order to get food stamps, you are actually creating criminals in the country. Because if someone has, let's say, 8 kids and they get a certain amount of dollars a month, if they go back to work, we all know that working economy sucks right now. Food is so high. I feel like cutting food stamps or actually taking those food stamps from people is actually going to cause an all-out war and create more criminals right here in the U.S., regardless of the size of the mass deportation. Number 2, I seen something else where they said the only way people can get food stamps now is if they go back to work. But isn't this true? The last time I checked is when a person finds a job and they make really good money at work, don't they cut your food stamps down in a way? So I'm kind of confused about how this whole thing is going to work in this administration. Because it is true, if a mother, let's just give like a prime example. If a mom receives $500 a month in food stamps or EBT, and they go back to work, and let's say they get a job making $18, $19 an hour, they're not going to get that $500 a month that they used to get in food stamps, right or wrong. So I'm still confused as to, I guess what I'm confused at is just the president saying that in order for you to keep getting this $500 a month in food stamps, you need to go back to work. But what if you are making now $1,000 a week? Do you still get to keep the food stamps? Do you still get those food stamps? I think not. So I think when it comes to that law, it's a lot of misinterpretation going on right now, because I would like to know how this works. Now, do I receive food stamps? No. Would I like to receive some? Hell yeah. Anybody got something to sell? I'm just kidding, guys. Anyway, so I just feel like that whole cutting that assistance off is going to backfire and cause more problems than a little bit. You guys know how high food prices is right now. It is crazy right now. Like, I went into the store the other day, and this is for real. I swear, I picked up like 10 items, and it cost me almost $200. So how do you expect for somebody to go back to work to keep getting food stamps if when they do get the job, don't they have to report that income? They have to report that income to the welfare office, right? So if they go back to work and get a job and they report that income, they're going to cut them. They're going to cut them all the way down. So I'm just trying to understand what's going on here, what the plan is. I understand the president's trying to bring new change, but all change is not good change. You guys let me know what y'all.
So that's a video, guys. I'm just here also to share my reasons, like what I think about no more free food and the food stamps. Yeah. So what's really getting me is the lack of empathy. It's like people have forgotten what it means to struggle, or maybe they never knew how it feels. Maybe they have never had to water down soup to make it last, or skip meals so their kids could eat. Maybe they have never had to do mental math in the grocery store, watching the total inch up with panic. But that's real life for millions of people. And now we're just going to say sorry, you're on your own. That's not strength, that's clarity, okay? Dressed up as discipline. We love to preach about pulling yourself up by your bootstrap, but you can't do that if you don't even have boots. And let's be real, the same system that telling people to get off government help is the same one that refuses to pay living wages, blocks affordable housing, and slashes education funding. So we are exactly are people supposed to go now? Where are they going to go? What options are they actually on the table? Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in accountability. I believe in not enabling circles that trap people into poverty, but cutting food support with no backup plan, no programs, no mental health resources, no affordable childcare. That's not accountability. That's abandonment. And let's not pretend it's going to save the country money either. Hungry people don't just disappear. They show up in emergency rooms, okay, in shelters, in the justice system. The cost just shifts, and often it's even higher. So what's really we doing here? What are we helping by punishing the poor? And if we are being totally honest, food stamps are not even that generous. Okay, it's not like people throwing feast every night. Most recipients are barely getting by. They're making impossible choices every day, and you want to take away one of them only lifelines they have for what to prove some what. So to make a budget look good on a paper, that's not leadership. Okay. It's easy to target the voiceless. It's easy to cut programs that not affect you. But true leadership is about protecting those who can't always speak. Okay. And I want to say this loud and clear. Being poor is not a crime. Okay, needing help is not a failure. In fact, admitting you need help and seeking it out takes strength. It takes humanity. We should be building system that honor the strength, not punish it. We should be making it easy for people to get back on their feet, not harder. Because when one of us is struggling, or of us, or all of us, it feels eventually, that's the truth. No one wants to talk about poverty spread. It's not an isolated issue. It affects communities, economics, even national stability. So yeah, cutting food stamp might seem like a quick win, but the longer term damage it has, that's going to be deep on us, and we are going all to feel it. So to anyone out there who is thinking it's good to move, ask yourself who benefit from this, who is really being protected, because it's not that everyday citizen. And if you ever be seen in a position where you didn't know where you next meal was coming from, you know exactly how terrifying that is. That's not something we should wish on anyone happening. That's not how a decent society functions. And if we let this slide, if we normalize this kind of clarity, it's only a matter of time before even more programs for healthcare, housing, education, they're all being on the chopping block. So we can't just sit back and shrug. We have to speak up. We have to say this is not right. Food is a basic human right. That should not be controversial. That should not be political. Every child, every elder, every person deserves to eat. It's really that simple. So no more free food. That's not a headline to be proud of. That's a crisis. And if we don't push back now, we might wake up one day and realize we have lost a soul of our society and forward a few savings in a spreadsheet. I don't know what you think about today's video. Kindly leave your comments. I really appreciate it. And guys, subscribe. Let's interact in the comment section and subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm on my way to 7K. Okay, so be kind and subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you in my next episodes, guys. Don't miss out and turn on the notification bell so that every time I post a new video, you'll be notified. Okay, until next time.